Hello everyone, welcome back to our little series, where me and my good friend Sprotki here guide you through your first steps in the game of Magic the Gathering. As promised last time, in today's episode we will go a bit more deeper into creatures, because that's a topic worthy of a whole video of its own. Thank you very much, Sprotki. So, creatures. We went through the basic details in the anatomy of the card video of how creatures look like and what specific things can be identified with, but in today we will do an actual deep dive on them. We have a few examples here: a Westfold Rider, Eomer, Marshal of Rohan, and Captain of Umbar. I do believe that these three creatures will nicely illustrate every little single detail we can go into when talking about this interesting card type. First of all, just like a couple of times before, we go into the top of the cards where the card types are. As you noticed, each of the creatures will have subtypes. Every creature always will have a subtype on them, profession, or what they are when they are not fighting for you. The other thing you will notice is a difference. The creatures always have two numbers on them, which other cards might not, namely their power and their toughness. To give you an idea of what these numbers actually mean and the scale of the game, so you can put it into a bit more context, a player starts the game with 20 life points. If they take damage from a creature, they take damage equal to its power. Toughness, as explained before, is an indicator of a creature's life points. If this number goes to 0 by any means, that means that the creature dies. Now, there's one more caveat to this. Just like everything in life, there is always a small print, that these creatures being magically summoned by you have a bit of a leeway when it comes to their health. When Captain of Umbar, for example, takes 2 points of damage in a turn from another creature, they still have 1 toughness point left. Now, if they don't lose that last toughness points in the same turn, at the end of the turn, they go back to their printed toughness. So in the next turn, they will have 3 points of toughness again. This is also make it easier to track your creature's life totals, as you only have to keep them in mind for a turn. The other important thing to know about creatures, that, as explained, they are magically summoned by you to fight on your side. The turn they enter the battlefield, they have something called Summoning Sickness, which means that the Captain of Umbar's ability of tap to draw a card and discard a card cannot be activated the turn you cast them. You can only do that in your next turn. This only affects abilities which requires a creature to tap. Abilities like Westfold Rider's Sacrifice ability can be activated the turn they came down. The other important thing about creatures is sometimes they have 1 or 2 word phrases on them, like this Eomer Marshal of Rohan has. In this case is haste. These are called keywords in the game, and it is a practical thing to save space. A keyword means always the same thing. That's why it's called a keyword. So a creature with haste will always have the same ability, so they don't have to write it down all the time what these keywords are or what the abilities are. Every creature with haste will have the same ability. Every creature with flying will have the same ability. The game being 30 years old, there's many different keywords now, so I will not go through all of them right now, but I do recommend for you to check up on them once they came up in a game. And then that point onwards, you will learn and remember them. That's about sums it up for most of the things you need to know about creatures. As always, if you feel like we left something out or something not 100% clear, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and see you next time, where we will go into more detail about the timings. So finally, instant sorceries and all sorts of words will make sense after that. Thank you very much. Bye!